Claudia Barbiero. She's the Vice President of Marketing at LiveU. And of course, they're the makers of the great LiveU Solo, which I can't wait to use once again this year at VidSummit. Welcome, Claudia. Great to see you.
It's good to see you again too, Ross. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent. And you're right. I'm excited about next week. And
yeah.
You'll be a pro this time. But I think the whole live aspect definitely captivated audiences last year. So this year we're going to do a panel that really dives into some of the great what to do, what not to do, kind of the top 10. I'm sitting on a panel with some really great folks. We all have experience doing our own live streams, as well as working with our customers from all walks of life. So we've got a lot of good experience to share, but real practical advice, tips and tricks, as well as the technology too, because we all know once you can get over the fear of some of the technology aspects, making sure everything works, then you're freed up to really focus on your content and really focus on reaching that audience and engaging with them in a great way. And I think that's what we're all about with that session. For sure, is take that fear out of the mix and let everybody have great quality stuff so you can really focus on great quality content.
That's right. And, you know, between last year and this year, there have been some changes to the Solo portal, addition of graphics and some other things. Talk a little bit about LiveU Solo and in particular, what's new since last year at VidSummit.
I mean, for those at home who may not have seen it before, this is the little unit right here. It's actually in its pouch with its modems. And this is what you connect to a camera or any type of camera source via HDMI. And this allows you to stream from anywhere. So the first couple of times we've been on, I know we've talked to the audience and really tried to explain what that bonding technology is. But you're absolutely right. You know, once you know you can stream from anywhere without a hardline connection, without worrying about congestion or bandwidth, or having your cell phone, you know, is now free to do other things like engage socially. The whole next step is what can I do to elevate that stream? So we've made a variety of enhancements. You basically use the Solo portal to directly connect to whatever destination you want to stream to. So if that's social media, it's as simple as logging in and you could stream directly from that portal. If you're using a multicast service to stream to multiple destinations, it's all done through the portal. And what we've done is now add some additional features to make that more functional, so people can actually monitor their bandwidth in real time. They can actually do additional tags. On the Facebook side, our integration has expanded so that you can not only syndicate and cross-post to multiple Facebook pages, but if you are, you can actually do branding and sponsored posts with your live video, so you actually can help support other clients as well. So not only can you stream for yourself, but now you have the ability to actually, as the expert, to get more work as well. But the big change was adding some built-in cloud-based features, such as you mentioned, graphics. Now, the beauty part about Solo is that it works with pretty much any type of workflow that you want to work with. So if people are already using vMix, Wirecast, any of those other solutions, we integrate very well with it. But sometimes you just want that one touch. You want everything in one place. So we work to develop some really great basic graphics templates and some easy to use features so that our customers could quickly and easily add basic elements until they got more and more comfortable. So all the great graphics that you see on your stream, things like your logo up in the corner, some of the social feed that's coming through, the lower thirds that have my name or the offer that's going to come up in a minute. You know, those are all things that enhance the stream and create better engagement with the audience, regardless of the platform they're on. So we're very excited about it. It's actually taken off quite well, and we've got such a great user group with the Solo Universe that they've provided a ton of feedback, and because it's all cloud-based, there's improvements and new templates and new features being added all the time. And one of the great places I'll just throw out there to join is on Facebook. We have a user group called Stream Like a Pro. You don't have to have our product, but we've got some really great active customers on there that are sharing their experiences, ways to do things, ways to get around things. And it's definitely a great place to learn and share, even if you're just new to the live aspect.
Yeah. Before we get to the great offer that you have for people who want to buy the LiveU Solo, you brought a video with you. I feel like this is like the Tonight Show or something. You have a video.
Roll. Yes.
Your new movie's coming out. Tell us about the scene that you brought. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna put it on Solo, and you can narrate as we go along.
So what we just wanted to show, and this is actually a customer of ours that's using our graphics template while he's live streaming, as you can see, out on the beach in Hawaii. And what's great is we're always talking about technology, or I'm showing a little product in a box, and it's much more exciting to actually see what kind of footage people are getting with it. And these are great clips by Terry, who is a great videographer out in Hawaii, as I said, who really goes out there. And so you're seeing these are outside live streams. These are sometimes, they've had some crazy weather in Hawaii this year, where cellular or satellite was not great, and yet he was still able to get these broadcasts out on the variety of different destinations. He's also an active contributor to the user group and a great person to ask questions of. But yeah, so this is just help give people a feel. That's definitely one style of broadcasting. Some of the things we'll be talking about at VidSummit are some of the other types of broadcasting, even with your previous guests, the podcasters that are looking to do live streaming. And there's sometimes you want to take those podcasts on the road and be able to do pop-up, just like you're going to take your show on the road next week. Right. Broadcast from LA.
And it's amazing how, given the conditions that are streaming with, it's obvious that the transmission of the video was consistent and pretty sharp given the conditions that they were broadcasting from.
And that's the beauty part about the Solo unit. It's not just a video encoder, which I think most people know. You probably need some type of video encoding technology. It's essentially a smart video encoder where the bandwidth and our algorithms are constantly informing the encoder what to do. So if it starts to notice that there's congestion, or in the case of that storm in the middle of Hawaii, and things do start to slow down, it automatically will ramp the bit rate down. So this way you don't lose that stream. Because if we're streaming right now to Facebook, if this stream gets cut out, everybody's gone. And then you have to get them all back again. And then the beauty part too is then once our protocol recognizes that the bandwidth is stabilized, it ramps the video bit rate back up to its highest quality. So people will put up with a slightly pixelated stream as long as the sound is still coming through and if there's enough action and activity. They won't put up with that forever, though. And that's the beauty part that Solo brings, is that you don't lose it. And then even in extreme conditions, even if the quality does go down, it will come back up as soon as the conditions are stabilized. And that affords people a lot of flexibility and allows people to get really creative. You've heard a lot about some of these sort of long format in real life live streams where people just go out into the world and live stream their entire day. And they wouldn't be able to do that without a product like the LiveU Solo. Right.
And the fact that it's so portable as well and lightweight that you can literally attach it to your belt and just keep walking around and shooting for as long as you've got power, right? And I'm sure these guys carry the big bricks with them so that they can plug in to one after another and just stay live.
That's exactly right. And I usually throw this in my handbag if I'm walking around, and I'll have a battery backup for both my camera as well as the Solo unit, because those camera batteries run down quite fast when you're live streaming and recording. But the Solo lasts for 6 hours. Wouldn't that be nice? 3 hours on a full charge while streaming. But yeah, these guys use massive battery backups so they can stream for 12, 24 hours straight. It's crazy.
Right. So as long as you have an outlet you can plug into as well, you can keep streaming, whether you don't have to rely on the battery.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe you can't see it behind me. I've got my camera set up here. I'll even use it here from the office. So while I can still tap into our Wi-Fi and our LAN, I still will use the Solo unit because it is just going to bond multiple connections together, because sometimes the office does fail. And I have everything plugged in, my camera's ready to go, and I can do real pop-up live streams even here from my office. But then you can see I grab the camera, grab the unit, and I could literally walk out the door and keep streaming. Again, it just affords people flexibility to get more creative with the type of content that they want to bring to their audiences.
Well, you've got a great offer for people who would like to take a look at the LiveU Solo. It's 10% off, $100 off the LiveU Solo. Just go to LivestreamDeals, click the image, and it will automatically give you that discount before you even decide whether you want to buy or not. That'll be into your Amazon checkout box or whatever for you when you are ready to make a decision. And once you start streaming in the kind of quality with the kind of ability to go into bandwidth challenged environments like conferences, like places like streaming from VidSummit from a hotel and a conference where everybody's on their cell phone and the bandwidth isn't necessarily good, and you're in an area where there's a lot of traffic, or New York City or places like that. Or you're kind of you think you're off the grid, and yet the Solo can get you connected and allow you to still stream your content to social media. And I think what's interesting, Claudia, is that so many of the companies that provide services for live streamers really are starting with live streaming. They're sort of tech based, and then they get into live streaming. You guys started with broadcasting at the highest levels, and now you're bringing that and making that available to the average user who wants to live stream and do something a little more professional when they're transmitting their video to social media.
I always tell people it's amazing what you have in the palm of your hands is the exact same technology that all the major broadcasters use. We average, it's over 65% of the live coverage you see on broadcast news or broadcast sports is using our cellular bonding technology, not a satellite uplink, and you'd never notice the difference. And that's the cool part too, is I'm hoping Derral is going to talk about how he's applying the use of some of the technology for the actual conference itself and the live streaming aspect. So I know he's going to mention that. But again, it's just another way to apply the technology for reaching an audience, which he'll share. I'm sure he's got a very special offer too for people who can't make it to LA next week, but still want to see what we're all talking about. But yeah, I mean, it's an exciting world we live in today, where pretty much anyone can be a content creator. And what your programs like yours do that really help is everyone to achieve that next level of differentiating themselves and really standing out from the pack and being able to find an audience and create a brand for themselves. And some of it's tech-based, and some of it's smart-based, and some of it's great advice. Right. But it all comes together in the end, and you can't do one without the other. And just so everybody knows, this offer is a VidSummit offer, but we're offering it to your audience because you guys are so awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Claudia Barbiero from LiveU. The offer is 10% off the LiveU Solo. Just go to livestreamdeals.com, click the link, click the image, either one, and it will take you there and automatically enter that discount into your Amazon cart. Thanks so much, Claudia.